UFC France happened. Moicano got his dub in impressive fashion. We're just going to have a look and see what's next for him, really. Second round TKO, doctor stoppage against Benoit Saint-Denis. That first round was brutal. Benoit Saint-Denis, pretty much, he kind of rallied, to be fair, in the second round. He won that, if we're being honest. But wasn't enough, because the first round, he took so much damage to his eyes and his face. His one eye was almost swollen the whole way. Was able to barely see through there. The other eye was completely swollen shut. Couldn't see through there, but the doctor had to save him from himself. Made the right decision. Renato Moicano was victorious, and this was his interview that I haven't seen.
The man of the
ESPN.
hour, Money Moicano, Renato Moicano. Congratulations, sir. Parabéns. Was that the fight you expected tonight?
Yes, I was expecting, to be honest with you, I was expecting a complete beatdown like I did. I don't want to sound too humble or too cocky, but I have been training for that. You guys could see the ground and pound tonight. The ground and pound was on point. That's something that we're working on every Wednesday. Wednesday is ground and pound, and it's been working, you know. I have been working boxing for my whole life, jiu-jitsu, but now we are throwing some extra ground and pound. So you guys, be ready. Money Moicano is coming for the gold.
So after that...
What's fascinating is, with Benoit Saint-Denis, I noticed when I was revising his videos, I was watching back all of his fights in the UFC before the Dustin Poirier fight. He always, one of his favorite moves, one of his go-to moves to usually start the fight is the left kick to the body. And there was a clip of Renato Moicano that he shared when showing him training the defense to that kick. So catching the left kick to the body, he catches it and goes for a takedown. In the fight itself, he was able to catch it, fight for back control, was able to take him down. And that just led to everything that happened in the first round, all of the ground and pound, all of the submission attempts. So it wasn't by accident that he was able to get that dominant position and be able to pull off this ground and pound against Benoit Saint-Denis. It was something that he really trained throughout the fight, throughout his fight camp. So very impressive from Moicano, by the way.
8th round, are you amazed he was able to survive and keep going?
To be honest, I saw him fading on the force. I was giving him the blows, the elbows, and I could see that he didn't want to be there.
That's what I was talking about.
I wouldn't too, right? I would not want to be on his place. But in reality, I'm telling you, I'm the best 55 in the whole world. And tonight I prove it again. Not that I'm the best, but that I believed I am the best, you know? To be the best, I have to have the belt. But in my mind, I am the best.
How much did the crowd affect you, either good in a good way or in a negative way?
Not at all, not at all. I was talking to Bisping. Everybody was talking about France and stuff. I come from Brazil. That's breakfast for me. Brazil is up, everybody knows. You know, it's not a crowd that's gonna scare me. I am scared to be alone in a street in Brazil, not to be on a crowd.
Renato, I tried to ask you a little bit of your game plan stuff and get a little bit of an idea, but how did you think it was going to go? Did you think the takedown was going to be that easy?
Yes, and like I say, I didn't. Back in the day, I was saying. This week I was saying, Benoit Saint-Denis has a lot of pressure. He's going to pressure, so that's why I'm not going to shoot for takedowns. And Bisping said, no, you're not telling me that you're going to shoot for takedowns. You shoot takedowns. But no, I knew that the takedown was coming because but he's so slow, you know, I could see from a mile. That's the truth.
Listen, first of all, you got great taste in suits.
Thank you so much.
You know, and the colour.
I'm a gentleman. I'm not English, but I'm a gentleman.
So there's a lot of talk right now because on paper, according to the judges, Benoit Saint-Denis won round 2. I know.
The French judges?
Wait, so
Are you kidding me?
Look at these guys. If you look at them, it's like, who do you think's winning the fight? But
I thought you were the second
why do you think they gave it to him? What were you doing? Were you pacing yourself? Were you allowing him to, you know, the swelling to get bigger? Or did he just
Can I be honest? Can I be honest? No. I was enjoying.
Yeah.
I was enjoying fight. I was
Fair
enjoying.
enough.
Like, I was defending his takedown. Everybody was talking about how much Benoit Saint-Denis is tough and he's powerful and he knocks everybody out. Let's be honest. He didn't face anybody. I don't want to say that because Thiago Moises is my friend. I respect Matt Frevola. But I am always honest. And they are not on my same level. You know, I am on different level. And I lost a couple fights that I hate.
This guy really believes in himself now. Like, he's on a mad run, I believe. I think it was 5 win streak now. Benoit Saint Denis, Jalen Turner. He almost got finished in the first round, but was able to rally back for a finish in the second himself. Drew Dober decision. That's 3 fights this year. Cancelled fight last year. Brad Waddell in November. His last loss was okay, so that's what, a 4-fight win streak. And the last time I think he fought him a catchweight in like 4 days notice or something like that. Before that, at lightweight, he's on a 5-fight win streak. Submitting Alexander Hernandez, that's 5. That's 6 in lightweight. That's and then the loss to Fiziev. Okay, first. So since he hasn't lost in the lightweight division since 2020, 6-fight win streak. That very impressive for Moicano. That is very impressive.
I hate the Jose Aldo fight. I hate Rafael Fiziev fight. I don't want to fight Fiziev again any soon. But I hate that fight. You know, You know why? Because I didn't shoot for takedowns against an elite striker. That's dumb, and I don't want to be dumb, but I was, you know.
Yeah.
So I hate that fight. But right now, I am the best 155 on the division. I just have to prove it.
Well, exactly, and that brings me to my next question. Who do you want next? Because you're saying jokingly you want easy fights, but you say that you're the best. Do you not want a title fight? Do you want people like Paddy Pimblett, etc., like you called out? Or do you want, give me the champion? What do you want?
Let me put this in the full screen quickly, actually.
No, I am joking. I don't care. I don't care, you know. If they give me Dan Hooker, easy money, I know. I don't know how he's on the top 5 or top 6. That's unbelievable.
He had a good win.
It's like to see a turtle in a tree. Have you seen a turtle in a tree? Have you seen a turtle?
No.
Yes.
I'd be like, how did it get there?
Exactly. Somebody put him there. That's the whole thing, you know. He didn't climb the tree, but he's on the tree. So if they want to give me an easy pass for the title shot,
Gamrot, that's
Hooker
who he
is
beat.
easy money. Imagine if I take him down, what I'm gonna do to him? He has no ground game. Paddy Pimblett is another easy money, but I respect him a little bit more. You know why? Because he has a lot of followers. If you have followers, you have my respect. People want to see Paddy Pimblett, and I respect him.
You know, I'm curious with you, Renato. What do you think your most dangerous weapon is? Is it your actual skill or is it your heart? Because, you know, we've spoken about this. You will not be killed inside there.
I cannot afford to lose. I'm telling everybody. I have a house to pay. I just bought a new house.
Short window as well.
Decision, but we don't do decisions by head. We do by heart. I want to see my kid grow in a great backyard with a pool, and then I did that mistake. So until the house is paid, until all my debt is paid, I cannot afford to lose. And doesn't matter if even Khabib come back, I will beat Khabib. And I think my great tool is my head, is my intelligence. You guys saw it tonight. I was using my intelligence to beat Benoit Saint Denis, and I'm really happy. And talking to my heart right now, I'm humble. And thank you so much, God, for the life for that I'm living. It's just unbelievable to be here in Paris. I never thought that I would be in Paris. Imagine fighting a main event in Paris and being successful as I am tonight.
Well, you are absolutely incredible in there, and you're.
I think he's 35 now. So this is obviously going to be the last run for him towards a title, potentially. There isn't really a great statistic for fighters that are 35 and older. Or at least older than 35, sorry, in title fights. I know Bilal Muhammad kind of broke that recently, but I think they said the only person before that was Tyron Woodley. But he also fought Robbie Lawler, who's older than 35. Yeah, so the statistics aren't in his favour, but 6-fight undefeated streak in the lightweight division. If he does get a fight with someone like Dan Hooker, stylistically he can maybe take advantage of the lack of ground game, like he was speaking about. Paddy Pimblett's a little bit a tougher fight, to be fair. Let's just see what else he says
so
here.
So fun to watch. Money on the mic, incredible. We wish you the best, and thank you for joining us here. I know you got a lot to get to.
I just want to take advantage of this opportunity, and I'm trying to learn English. That's why I have the Money Moicano channel. Go over there and see me talk some shit and learn some English. So, Money Moicano channel. And by the way, that's my 20th victory. So, go to moneymoicano.com and buy some merch. Every fee for $20.
Okay.
I've got a merch idea. A turtle in a tree.
That's
a
good
tip.
Turtle in the tree, fair enough. Okay, so looking at the rankings, it's probably gonna change tomorrow. Today is Monday night, so Tuesday it'll be updated. But where were we looking? Okay, lightweight division. Let's have a look here. He's 11th. He beats Benoit Saint-Denis, who's 12th. I'm not sure if he'll climb. Max Holloway, I don't know why his name's here. Maybe it's by accident or because of the fight against Justin Gaethje, but I would assume if he beat Justin Gaethje, he'd be 3rd. But, you know, I don't know. Sometimes the rankings don't really make sense. But nevertheless, will they push him higher? Maybe 6 or 5 to make it look like he deserves one of these big fights. Let's see who's even available. Other than Paddy Pimblett, he beat Jalen Turner. Doesn't really want to fight RDA at this moment in his career. Beat Benoit Saint-Denis. Max Holloway is not going to give him the fight. Obviously, he's booked. Doesn't really want to fight Fiziev. Gamrot, will the UFC give him a fight like Gamrot? It is a really boring style. It's a tough matchup as well in terms of grappling. And I don't know if they want to give him Gamrot right now to slow him down, because this is a moment where Moicano is starting to become a star, starting to build a lot of fandom, start to have a lot of eyes on him, especially after a dominant performance like that. A lot of people are going to want to see his next fight. Maybe you want to put him in a little bit more favourable matchup, a bit more exciting. Benil Dariush might be a good fight, but even that's tough as well. We saw what he done to, I think he beat Gamrot, didn't he? Yeah, he beat Gamrot. Maybe him. Michael Chandler, obviously he's got Oliveira. It could be a Dan Hooker fight, to be fair. Dustin Poirier is still looking for a fight, but it looks like him and Gaethje are kind of flirting with a rematch. The trilogy idea. Dan Hooker and Poirier are kind of flirting online about having a rematch. Obviously, that could be a fun fight as well for Dustin's last fight. That would leave Arman, but I would have said maybe give Arman a filler fight. Arman would probably wait for the title fight though. But that could have been a fun like filler fight whilst we're waiting for Islam. But I did hear recently, I believe, a quote from Khabib himself saying that they've got a fight scheduled for January. They couldn't say who it was, but or where it was, who it's against or where it was, but they did confirm that they will be planning to fight in January. So that's probably just going to be the Arman Sayukin fight. So realistically, the options that he has, if they do go for a, I guess it depends on Dustin Poirier. If he gets the Justin Gaethje fight or the Dan Hooker fight, I guess Moicano will probably fight the other one. Maybe Gaethje. Gaethje would be a really fun fight. You know, that would be a fun one. But I really like the idea of the trilogy. So maybe a Dan Hooker fight, to be fair. It'd probably be Dan Hooker. Money Moicano is on the rise in the lightweight division though, man. You gotta give him props. He really has made the most of the last couple of years. He's put in a lot of work. 35 years old, yeah. So she'll be 36 in May. Fair enough, man. Looking at the other fight, the main card that kind of had a little bit of significance in terms of rankings, like in the top 10 and stuff. There were some good finishes, but this fight here, Nassourdine Imavov versus Brendan Allen. Nassourdine Imavov got the decision victory, and looking at, well, first of all, good fighter. The first round was definitely Brendan Allen's. He was able to get the takedown and do some good work, but Imavov calmed himself down in the fight, started making good decisions, started fighting like the professional fight, and he was able to just stuff takedowns. He was able to be better in the stand-up, and he quite convincingly won that fight. He's already ranked at 4. He'll probably stay there. The rankings will probably stay the same because, yeah, he fought number 8, Brendan Allen. I'm just wondering who he'll be fighting. Now, Chimaev is fighting Robert Whittaker, so number 3 is out the picture. Sean Strickland's available, and they've had a fight before, so there is a little bit of history there. believe he fought Sean Strickland on maybe, was it short notice maybe? Let's have a look. Or was it at middleweight? Let's see what the news said there. Imavov versus Strickland. Imavov versus Strickland. Is it short notice? I think he took it on short notice. Was it confusion? It sounds like it's a good move. 5 runnings, 49, 46, 48, 47. Okay. Yeah, explains what led to him taking the short notice fight against. Oh, okay. Maybe Imavov was training and Sean Strickland took the fight. Yeah, Sean Strickland was fighting on 1 week's notice, as you can see here. Just mentioned there. Yeah, Imavov was meant to fight Gaston. Okay, so a little bit less of an excuse on Imavov's behalf, but he probably wants that one back, considering how kind of close it was. I don't know if Strickland will accept that fight, to be fair, if it's offered to him. He has been saying that he wants to wait for the title, so he might sit out for the title fight. He's probably next anyway. But Robert Whittaker and Khamzat Chimaev could leapfrog him. Do the UFC want to put him back in the title picture to potentially become a champion again? We know that he isn't really the best representative in terms of being a champion. The best representative for the company as a champion, being on TV, etc. So it's kind of tough. Maybe they give him the fight. I think it'll probably be Caio Borralho, because he beat Cannonier recently. He's on a good run at the moment. I think he's undefeated in the UFC, actually. Let's have a look. Yeah, so far. Petrosian. Yeah, so he's undefeated. He's one ranking just below. Maybe they give him Borralho. Probably, most likely. But the only thing I would think is, do they really want to have these two fight each other so early, when that could be like an interesting fight for a title if one of them is able to get into the title picture? That's maybe a Marvin Vettori fight, but will he want to fight someone below him again? Maybe Caio Borralho versus Marvin Vettori in the meantime. It could go a few different ways. I would say is Adesanya is an option as well, but I'm not sure if Adesanya wants to fight lower or outside the picture. Maybe he wants to. They might do a rematch with Sean Strickland. There's a lot of attention around that. But does it deserve it? I don't know. They're both coming off a loss against Dricus, though. Would Izzy want to challenge himself against an uppercomer? Be that old guard? Kind of be like, give the opportunity to the newcomers, like Anderson Silva gave him an opportunity, I guess. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe he'd be excited by a new challenge, a new fresh face, instead of fighting the same guys over again. A new puzzle to solve. Who knows? He might get inspired by it. He beat the other guys, so it's probably Caio Borralho or Imavov that are kind of the fresh ones around, in and around him in the division. That I could probably see that happening. One of those guys fighting there. Maybe Imavov gets the rematch with Strickland. Izzy versus Caio Borralho. Old guards versus the new guards. Winners of that will be in the title picture against. They'll, depending on their performance, if they perform at a high level, if they're able to get a good victory, a solid victory, maybe even finishes, then they could be right there with the winner of Robert Whittaker versus Khamzat. Although they're probably, in terms of star power, they're probably going to be the ones that will fight Dricus next. Could be interesting. Could be, yeah, I could see that happening. The two young guys facing the two older guys. They might set it up in that way.